Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You can call me Shell, and I got another little command block tutorial for you here on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Yeah. Alright, so we got a bit of a doozy on this one, I'm not gonna lie. It's kinda cool, though, and I went a little weird with the naming of things, and it is kinda... makes it unnecessarily complicated. You'll see what I'm talking about, but we'll worry about that when we get there. Let's just show off what exactly we're looking at here. All right, so you got to check this out. All right, so we're going to start off with these. In my hotbar here, you can see I got question mark, I got double question mark, and I got triple question mark. So let's go ahead and just throw down the single question mark. And we get ourselves a nice little wither skeleton with some particle effects. And he's got a gibberish name going on above his head. You're like, Shell, that's neat. But so what? So what is right? Anyway, let's take the double question mark. Let's throw that down. Okay. Now we can see that they're connecting with this line of like skull particles, soul particles, or whatever. And you can see what's going on already. It's armor stands. You can kind of see him glitching there. So we got armor stands. And we got another wither skeleton with a gibberish name. Right? Means nothing. Don't focus on the names for this part. But here's the cool thing, right? We take a little mob here, and we just place him down, and we punch him into that line. You can see he gets damaged. I'll hit him back into it again. Boom. Every time he walks through that line, any mob, they get damaged. So watch. Let's see if we can get... I'll punch this guy in here. He takes some damage. Takes some more damage. And he's going to keep taking that damage. And even if he kills the totem, it doesn't matter. Or the guy. Because he just respawns and it works out just fine. Cool. So, that's what we got going on here. I know what you're thinking. Shell, you got a third question mark thingy. And you're exactly right. I sure do. So let's throw that down. And now you can see we got this triangle effect going on with these particles. And once again, just like that other line, any of these are going to cause mobs to take damage. Doesn't matter what line they walk through. They're going to take damage. And the wither skeletons themselves do a lot of damage. See if I place one near him. Boom. So there, you just saw it. So the kind of idea with this, right, is to create this sort of trap for mobs. And like you saw with this one right here, the idea is to kind of push them towards the wither skeletons. Because the wither skeletons do a lot of damage to these guys. So like I'll punch this guy into him and he's instantly dead. I spawn one next to him, instantly dead. So you can see this gold guy, he's kind of still stuck in here from when I first placed him in there. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Let's go ahead and pick these back up quick. And we'll just show you, I'll show you some other cool stuff here. This will work within 30 blocks of each other, and it'll even work at different elevations. So if I throw this one on top of these command blocks, and maybe I'll throw this guy right here, and then I'll just throw the third one down here, right? Look at that. It still works. I don't know how practical this would be for damaging any sort of mobs because they can't walk through the particles to get damaged, but it is kind of a cool effect to look at, though, isn't it? Like, it's kind of cool. I can't even lie. I think it is, but anyways, let's go ahead and pick all these up. All right. Okay. So now let's take a good look at the commands that we got going on here. We got a little bit of a lot, kind of a lot, but I wouldn't say like an astronomical amount, but it's not not a lot. Does that make sense? All right, let's just look at these. So we're going to start off right off the bat with, you're seeing some weird stuff, right? Like, don't focus on like the gibberish cycling characters' names. We're just going to call them, for this one and for the future ones, it's going to be A, B, and C, right? So let's get right into this. So this is saying at the item, single question mark item, summon A, unless A is already there. So summon a wither skeleton, name it A, at the question mark item. Simple enough. This one is saying at A, count equals 1, run damage at A 19. So what this is doing is it's just making it so that the wither skeleton dies in one hit, right? So I can punch him and he dies in one hit. So that is what that is doing. And this is saying if the item is not around the question mark, then kill A. You staying with me so far? I know the naming is not helping. It's only going to get more confusing. Just okay, so this next one is just saying run damage at at monsters that aren't named the gibberish in a range of 1.3, do 20 damage to them. So this is just any monster that bumps into the wither skeletons is taking 20 damage, entity attack damage. And this next one is just giving him slowness 1, giving him slowness 7 for 1 second. True, so no particles. And it's just constantly running that command, so he cannot move. He can't walk around, is all that's doing. And this one is just replacing his main hand with air, so he doesn't have the stone sword. Because when you spawn a wither skeleton in, they spawn him with a stone sword, right? Right. Okay. So now we're getting into the weeds a little bit, as they like to say. Okay. So this is what's actually summoning the armor stand to make the particle effects and all that good stuff. So this is saying at A, summon an armor stand named 1 unless there's one within 5 blocks. Then don't do it. That's all we got going on there. Okay, on this next one here, it's repeating, and it's going to have a tick delay of 200 ticks, right? So this one is just saying teleport the armor stand named 1 if it's within 30 blocks, teleport it back to A. And yeah, like I said, there's that tick delay on it. That's important. All right, this next one here is just saying if A isn't around, then kill 1. So get rid of the armor stand if A isn't there. Okay, so this one now is going to teleport the armor stand 1 to B. If it's within 30 blocks of B, it's going to teleport it facing at B. And then this one is saying once the armor stand gets within 0.3 blocks of B, kill it. This one is just running the particle effect here, the soul particle effect. That's what makes it look like it's drawing those lines between all the wither skeletons. And this one is just giving the armor stand invisibility. Do you see what I said when I was talking about the gibberish names getting confusing because they all look like gibberish, but there's technically 3 separate names there? I don't know why I did it like that. It just, I don't know, but it makes it more confusing. So I'm going to do my best to explain this here. So for this command, this would be B, right? And all these commands on these are going to be the same. It's just going to go any place on here where I said A is going to be B on these ones. and 1, as in the armor stand, is going to be 2. So I can show you that right here. So on this one, so B and 2, right? And anywhere I said B on these first ones is going to be C on these second ones. And then anywhere I said B on this second one and 2 is going to be C and 3 on this one. And anywhere I said C on this one is going to be 1, or sorry, A on this one. On these 3 right here, this section. They're section in 3s. You kind of see what I'm saying here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'll just show you quick here. So on here we have 3, and this would be 1 because we want 3. We want the third armor stand to teleport back to the first wither skeleton. So let's just see. So we got the first wither skeleton. So this is A and 1. And this would be B and 2. And this would be C and 3. So A is 1, as in the armor stand, is getting teleported to B, the wither skeleton, and 2, the armor stand, is getting teleported to C, the wither skeleton, and 3, the armor stand, is getting teleported to A, the wither skeleton. Does that make any sense whatsoever at all? Oh man. Okay. So we got these 3 little command blocks here. This is the last of this gibberish. So basically you just got to build one of these, copy and paste it 2 more times, and then change all the things like I said. So anything that was A and 1 on this is going to be B and 2 on this. Anything that was B on this is going to be C on this. And anything that is B and 2 on this is going to be C and 3 on this. And anything that was C on this is going to be A on this. Right? Okay. So this last one, these last 3 here, is just the damage. So this is saying the armor stand 1, run damage at a count of 1 for any monster that gets within 1.3 blocks of it, but don't damage A and B. Right? And this is going to be the exact same command, except it's at the armor stand name 2, don't damage B and C. And same thing, armor stand name 3 this time, and don't damage C and A. Right? It would make so much more sense if I didn't go for the gibberish names. If I actually would have named this A, B, and C. But for visuals, I kind of just like having the gibberish names. So, but they are different names. They're different. They're just they're different. Don't worry about the names. Just this is A. That's B, and that's C. I did not mean to do that, and I actually need to pick that up now before I lose it. And we're just going to pop that back. Okay. This is, I don't have words for this, but there we go. Okay, so that's pretty much all I got for you guys. It's not as confusing as I made it seem. It's just because I chose dumb names and it made it unintentionally confusing, but it was kind of I like the decision. But anyway, that's all I got for this one for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, that's great. If you didn't, that's also fine. Feel free to copy this, build upon it, make it better. change the names. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, thanks for watching. Until the next one.